Hey YouTube, Bill in the Hills. Gonna do something a little bit different today. I've kind of got into bonsais, and this one I collected last year that is ready to be repotted, and I'm going to take some of the wiring off of it. And I'm really not that good about shaping them and bringing them down into plateaus yet. Maybe there'll be some people out there give me some advice on it. So far I've kind of created the canopy that you see there, and that's about it. And I said I'm gonna have to get this thing repotted. It's early spring here, and it's warmed up pretty nice. I don't think I'm too late. I don't believe I'm going to do any damage to it repotting it. I'm not going to prune it up too much. Probably won't take a lot off the roots this go around, but we'll see how it turns out here in a minute. I'm going to cut in and out so that you guys aren't bored to death when I'm washing all the dirt off of the roots, and then I'll come back and we'll see how much we got to trim off. And I've got a nice little pot I'm going to put it in. I think that stayed up there decent. Might have to lose that branch really. That's taken away from everything else, maybe that one too over to here, but I'm hoping I can get a few comments. Might have to lose that branch there. Okay, I'm going to get this thing out here and get the roots washed off, and I'll get back with you here in just a minute. Okay, got the most of that washed off, and I'm going to come back in and trim some of these roots off the bottom here, and any weeds that are left in this root ball while I dug it up. I'm going to try to pick those out. Okay, you can see there where I've trimmed a few branches off, and I'm probably going to have to try to work on those a little bit to try to do some natural breaks, or maybe they'll heal themselves up pretty good. Again, maybe somebody can give me a little advice on there. But I'm going to work on this root ball here, and then I'll get back with you and show you the pot I'm going to put it in. Okay. Now this is the pot I've chosen to put it in. I don't want to reduce the root ball too much, but I am going to have to reduce it enough to fit down in this pot. So I'm going to try to reduce that a little bit and get that on down in there, and see what it looks like. I'm going to try to find the front and the profile for this thing. So I'll get back with you here on that in just a minute. Okay, now I believe I like that profile right there. I'm going to have to work on those roots just a little bit, and I still think probably going to lose that limb and maybe this one. I'm not going to do too much pruning right now. I may have chopped it pretty good, so I want to get some dirt in it and get it wired in, and we'll see what it turns out to look like here in just a few minutes. Okay, now I've got it in the pot, or at least the pot that I'm going to put it in for now. Probably if I'd have went with a wider pot, then once I get to trim off a little bit more off this root ball, I'll probably drop it in a shallower pot. But for right now, I think that's all I'm going to do, unless I get some real bonsai experts out there to tell me what to do, because I'm not one. Just tinkering around, got lucky and found this one. I've got a couple more back over here that are coming up. I've got one over there that oh shoot, forgot the name of it, but I've got a couple broadleaf ones there too that are pretty interesting. So this one here, I'm going to go over and collect some moss out of the woods, see if we can make this look a little bit better, and we'll see how it turns out here in just a minute. I think that's probably going to be the back. I think that's probably going to be the front. So yeah, I'm probably going to be losing these two limbs. Like I said, maybe somebody can give me some type of advice out there, but otherwise we'll see how it goes here in a few minutes. I'm going to go get some moss and put on that guy. I've got it wired down, ran a wire up through the bottom of the pot, and tied that down. I guess that's just so that it don't tilt over if the wind blows out here or falls out of the pot, because the more you reduce the root ball, of course, the smaller it gets, and you'll have more weight up here. So anyway, we'll see how it turns out here in a minute. I'm going to go collect some moss and stuff out of the woods and stick around it, and that'll help hold the moisture in. That's what I came up with. It was just with a little effort there of going over and picking up some moss. Now again, I am no bonsai expert. I'm going to give it a shot. This one here I've had for about a season and a half. I dug it up. See, it was actually, I had it all through the summer, so it was last winter that I dug it up, and I did some wiring on it and just very little pruning. I wish I had a better eye for layering, and I think I'm getting there. Like I said, I'm pretty sure this branch needs to go, probably this branch. I hate to take them away until I'm sure. Somebody else may say that I probably ought to wire these back around or something, or even wire that one up to get it up in the canopy a little bit. So that's my boxwood bonsai that I'm working on, and got that guy potted, so it is ready. And thanks everybody for watching my videos, and I think I've got a few more over there I'm going to work on. Maybe not today, but I will. I've got a nice a dogwood that my son planted. Oh, so he's 19 now, so it was about 12 years ago, and I'll be pulling it out pretty soon and repotting it, so maybe I'll shoot a video on it. It's a beautiful little dogwood. Okay, thanks YouTube. Building the Hills. This is my bonsai, so let me know what you think. Thanks.